Welcome back to my channel. It's been crazy weather here in New York. March was nuts, and now April is seemingly the same way. But anyway, I'm so excited. I had to wait till today to do this unboxing because it was supposed to be delivered yesterday and it didn't come till 6:30, so it was too late. Anyway, this is very special to me because I love synthesizers, probably since I'm a teenager when they first started to come out. And Moog was one of my favorites, and I did get my dream of getting a Moog, and I have a Moog grandmother, which I love. I did have a Moog MG1 by Realistic. I had to let it go because I wanted to fund this. And I'm really proud and happy to say that I completely funded it by selling instruments and doing stuff musically. So that's what this is, a very special synthesizer, way more than any of the others I think that I own, except for maybe the DX7 when I bought it way back in 1985 as a graduation present to myself. I think my parents bought me the speaker, not the synthesizer. But anyway, I digress. This is an Oberheim, and his name is pretty synonymous with fantastic synthesizers and all that wonderful music, 70s and 80s synths. I'm so excited because I could never afford an Oberheim, but he made this more affordable for everyone. That is why you can't get this on a discount. I tried, I waited, I asked, and nope, the price is the price unless he decides to change it. So, Mr. Oberheim, I spent my hard-earned money, and I'm excited to say I got it from a musician's friend. They were really sweet. I did have a few bucks there, which was nice to offset it just a little bit. And I'm a little nervous only because there's a little couple of dents in the box, and it's actually the box that it comes in. You see? And it's a little smushed. I'm hoping there's another box inside so that it's more protected, or at least with foam and stuff. So let's open it without further ado. Oh my God, it's not. It's like literally, I can see the keys. This is definitely interesting. I guess it's to save, the environment. So it's very minimalistic. Look at this. I don't know if you could see it. That's what I heard shaking, is the cord probably, and the books. The little. Can you see that from there? I hope you can. It's packed like that. Oh, watch out, Gracie. So, wow. I think it's okay, right? It's got the foam. Hopefully nothing. I don't know why it looks like there's. I don't know. I'm really nervous. There's some kind of like paint looking on the keys, but maybe I should just open it and then we'll decide if it's okay. So you get some. Don't eat that. You get your care quick start guide and a big, like 115, 20-page manual that you can download online. So. Okay. I'm glad the power cord comes off. This way, if something ever happens to it, it's more easily replaceable. Okay. All right, it's got some weight to it. Ciao, Gracie. Okay. I don't know if I mentioned it's a TEO-5. Okay, there you see it. I mean, I have a bad left hand, so it's a little heavy, but it does feel like it's at least 10 or 15 pounds, maybe. Yeah, it's pretty heavy, which makes me happy. I like a synth that feels sturdy and strong. I really would like to know what's on this. I'm like nervous to open it. Anyway, this is an Oberheim TEO-5. There it is. We'll see together what this is. Make sure these are supposedly not poisonous, but I do not put it back in the box. want to take a chance with Gracie. She did get into a very small one once. That's how we know it's pretty non-toxic. Okay, you know what I think it is? I think it's the plastic on the keyboard that's kind of maybe a little made some condensation. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And you'll know why I'm like, woo. Can you see that? Yeah, you could sort of see it. It almost looks like paint on the inside. All right. Let's do the unveiling. It's like the stuff we used to do, what was it called? On the television screen. Winky Dinks? No, Winky Dinks was something else. You guys, if you're older than like 50, I'm 61. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm excited because I think, I want to age gracefully. I want to enjoy my life, and I want to enjoy all the things I wanted to enjoy when I was young but maybe couldn't, and also enjoy things that I did enjoy when I was young, like synthesizers and walking outside and, my dog and traveling and my children and my family. So anyway, here it is. There's nothing on there, thank God. It was just the plastic. It's quite heavy. I'm very excited. Well, you can see the back. It's got your MIDI in, out, and a MIDI through, which is nice. You have a 1/4-inch jacks for a foot switch, a separate one for a pedal, which may be like a sustain pedal. I'm sure some of them are assignable, or both of them perhaps. Your left and right output, as well as your headphone out, all 1/4-inch. It's got your standard USB jack for computers, and probably also the iPad, perhaps. I'm not really sure. We have to see if it'll work with it. And there is the power plug and the on-off switch. So pretty basic. It's got a nice like curve to it as it goes down. I like the blue and the black. Some people don't, but I really like it. And it's got your master, overdrive, LFOs. I know it has this amazing SEM filter. It's got a sequencer, 64-step sequencer. It's got an arpeggiator that is a little different than some arpeggiators. I have to read more about it or just try it, because it had some different wording as far as the arpeggiator. It wasn't just like a standard arpeggiator. I'm so excited right now. And it's got, what else? You can clock sync it to other equipment, other synthesizers. It's got effects. It's an analog synthesizer, polyphonic. This is my first true polyphonic synthesizer. It's 5 voices. I have some paraphonic synthesizers like the Mini Freak, as well as the UNOSYNTH Pro, which I almost sold, but I'm glad I didn't. It also has FATAR keys, just like this one does. And I realized I really love it, and thankfully I didn't have to sell it to get enough money to buy this, so I'm really happy with that decision. You can record into the sequencer. What else does it have? And as I said, it has effects. It has, I'm sure it has reverb. Obviously, I see it. I'm thinking it might have delay and other types of effects. Again, I will have to look in the manual. And I love cats and synths, or is it I love synths and cats? He got it first, and that's when I started jonesing for it, when I heard how amazing it sounded. Then I got to play one, and I was like smitten. So here it is in its glory. I will have to go inside because I'm too afraid it's going to rain, and I don't want to plug everything in and just have it get rained on. No way. So I will go inside, plug it into my system, my audio interface, and then do a video so you can hear the sounds of it, and maybe do some free play. I'm really excited. I think it's going to go well with my Moog. I think it'll go nicely even with some of my other synths. I like to play them alone and play them together, and I'm just really excited. I don't know what that is. It looks like a little dust, but maybe it's just from, just look. Think this is anything to worry about? That looks like some dust right up here. Maybe it's just from the box. Maybe I'm just being picky. So I'm sure it's fine. It looks like it's in good shape. I don't see anything banged up or messed up or anything. So, alrighty. Gracie's tired. I'll show you. She went to lay down over here now. Yeah, she loves the deck. And we get to put the cushions on especially. Alrighty. So take care, everybody, and I'll be back.
Hey everybody, it's Maria. I decided to plug a microphone into my interface, which I hadn't in a very long time. It seems like it's working, because I did something so silly yesterday after I unboxed it. I forgot to put one of the cords. I only did a left out. I was so excited. And then when I played it, it was so like anticlimactic and I didn't know what was wrong. My headphones were plugged into the interface, which is kind of off camera here. You can't really see it. It's this Joyo Momix Pro. And I got it because it was cheap and it seemed to have pretty good sound. I had the other version, which didn't have as many inputs. And so now you can hear, I have it on the first pre-cycle. It's an Oberheim, and right away, it's like, wow. Touch sensitive. I believe it has the aftertouch. Yep. So I'm just going to go through a few patches. This is very overwhelming. So by the time I realized my mistake, it was like too late to fool around anymore and play with it. So this truly is like my first time, experimenting with it properly hooked up. And it seems so daunting, but I've been trying to look at videos when I wasn't playing it and trying to get an idea of, I think the mod matrix is doable for someone like me who's, I consider myself a synth newbie. So, but let's just see what we can come up with. And maybe I'll just stay on this patch just to see, or maybe I'll go to some others. I don't know. Let's just play it by ear. So this is just really my first explorations on this beautiful synth. I'm going to shut the microphone off so in case my dog barks, you won't hear it. I'm just going to cut in here for a minute. So as you can see, the sequencer is not behaving the way I normally use a sequencer, which is free play. It's step sequence, I guess. So I have to figure a way around that for slower stuff and knowing what it's going to sound like once you record it. So yeah, this is a lot to learn. I'm sure I'll be watching a lot more videos and reading through this very thick manual that's online. But I think it's kind of cool how I was just able to change the sound quite dramatically without really knowing what I'm doing and without using the mod matrix. So I think that's going to be. I'm really excited. I'm glad I got it. It's I mean, I'm on one patch and I'm mesmerized. So I don't even want to think about what it's going to be like when I go through all of them. And now that I can hear them in stereo, so I'm sure there's a lot to learn. And you know, I'll make mistakes, but hopefully I will learn while I'm making them and have a really good time doing it. And that's one way to forget a lot of problems is through music. So thank you for joining me on this synth journey that I'm on. And, you know, knowing that, you know, listen, I'm 61 years old. I want to get as much fun as I can out of life. And just if you're old, then like me, I mean, I don't consider myself old, but if you're older, like me, don't be afraid to try new things. And if you're young, you know, always have that music in your heart, and it will be with you for the rest of your life. So take care, everybody. Bye.